Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about One Malaysia policy. But firstly, let me introduce my team first. Kisina Idina, Farisha Khairina, Abi Fatmi, Sophia Hana, and me, Anis Shafika. One Malaysia policy was introduced by Malaysia's former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak in 2009. The main aim of this policy was to foster unity among Malaysians of different races, religions, and cultures by promoting mutual respect, fairness, and inclusiveness. The slogan of the policy was One Malaysia, rakyat didahulukan, pencapaian diutamakan. This means the people's needs come first and achievements are prioritized. The government aimed to treat all citizens equally, regardless of their race or background, and to make public services more efficient and fair.
Thank you, Anis. We all know that everything has its pros and cons, and the same goes for the One Malaysia policies. Now, let's move to my part, which focus on the costs and benefits of the One Malaysia initiative. Let's begin with the cost. Firstly, in terms of implementation costs, the government spent a large amount of money to launch numerous activities under the One Malaysia banner. These included campaigns, events, and public programs that aimed to foster national unity. While well-intentioned, the financial burden was significant and raised concerns, especially when results didn't always match the spending. Secondly, the quality of service delivery was often questioned. Some government services that were introduced failed to meet public expectations. For example, certain One Malaysia clinics experienced issues such as lack of medical staff, limited operation hours, and shortage of medication, which leading to dissatisfaction among the people. Lastly, we cannot ignore the 1MDB scandal, which was closely linked to the One Malaysia branding. It was one of the biggest financial scandals in Malaysian history, involving high-profile individuals and misuse of public funds. Billions of ringgit were reportedly used for personal luxuries such as real estate, yachts, and artwork. This is not only damaged Malaysia's international reputation, but also reduced public trust in government initiative. Move to the next slide. One Malaysia also brought several benefits. Firstly, it helped to instill a sense of belonging among Malaysians. Through the One Malaysia Community Program, activities were organized to bring together people of different races and backgrounds. This helped foster unity, mutual respect, and national pride. Secondly, the policy helped to nurture economic growth, especially through programs like Sijil Latihan Satu Malaysia, SLIM. This program provides training and job placement opportunities for fresh graduates, especially those from low-income families. Many participants gain valuable experience and improve their chances of securing full-time jobs. Lastly, One Malaysia also aimed to strengthen public service delivery. One key example is the Wireless Village project, which provides free internet access in rural areas. This helped bridge the digital gap and gave rural communities access to information, online learning, and e-services. In conclusion, while the One Malaysia initiative faced serious challenge and criticism, especially regarding cost and transparency, it also introduced beneficial programs that had a positive impact on many Malaysians, particularly in promoting unity and supporting underprivileged groups. That's all from me. Move to the next presenter.
The first One Malaysia objective aims to strengthen unity among all races. In our multiracial country, it is important that we live in peace, respect each other, and work together as Malaysians. It also wants to reduce racial problems through understanding. When we take time to learn about other cultures and religions, we can avoid conflict and create harmony. We must also learn from the May 13, 1969 tragedy, a dark moment in our history. It reminds us why unity and respect are so important to prevent such events from happening again. Lastly, schools must teach students to love and respect all races. When values like this are taught early, we can shape a better, more united future for Malaysia. Another important objective of One Malaysia is to support low-income families and reduce poverty, especially among the B40 group. This group often struggles with the high cost of living and low income, which makes daily life very challenging. To help, the government introduced BRIM or Bantuan Rakyat Satu Malaysia, a financial aid program to help families afford basic needs like food, school supplies, and daily expenses. Besides that, there is Prima. Prima is a program that offers affordable housing to middle and lower income Malaysians. It helps families to own comfortable homes at reasonable price. Next up, One Malaysia wants to boost public trust and make government services better and faster. Think about it. We all want a government that listens, acts quickly, and solves our problems right. That is exactly what One Malaysia aims for. To do this, the government promises to be honest and responsible, no more excuses or delays. This is called accountability. They also use something called KPIs, which are like report cards to show how well they are doing their job, and to focus on the most important problems like education, safety, and the cost of living. They use NKRAS, a way to make sure big issues get fixed first.
Today, I will be presenting about the actors involved in the One Malaysia concept. Let us begin with the main political actor behind this idea, Datuk Seri Najib Razak, as the Prime Minister of Malaysia at that time. He was the initiator of the One Malaysia concept, launching it in 2009. He played a leading role by launching national programs to support the One Malaysia vision. Several ministries support this effort. The Ministry of Education introduced Unity focused activities in schools. The Ministry of Information promote the message using media like TV, radio, and posters. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Unity organized events such as interfaith, dialogues, and cultural exchange programs. Public agencies help to bring government ideas closer to the people through programs held in school, college, and communities. The media, including RTM, Bernama, and even private channels like TV3 and The Star, help spread the message widely. Social media also play a strong role, especially among youth. Lastly, NGOs and civil society groups contribute by organizing activities such as charity drives and cultural festivals, giving people the chance to connect across races and religions. All of these actors work together to make the One Malaysia vision of unity and inclusiveness a reality. Thank you.
Now, I will explain about the implementation strategy of One Malaysia policy. The One Malaysia policy was introduced in 2009 to promote national unity among Malaysia's diverse races, religion, and cultures. This means that the One Malaysia policy was not just about promoting tolerance, but also about actively creating a more united and fair society. Since Malaysia is a multicultural country, this policy helps strengthen relationship between different communities. The The policy focuses on improving the standard of living for lower and middle income groups through inclusive and strategic development effort. Means that the government work on reducing income gaps by supporting those in the B40 and the M40 groups with better access to education, healthcare and infrastructure through fair development plans. The first strategy is execution of cash transfer program in Malaysia. The BRIM Cash Transfer Program was introduced in 2012 to support poor and vulnerable groups affected by rising living costs and income inequality. This shows that BRIM was introduced as a direct way to help those struggling with financial challenges. Financial assistance was given to low-income households and individuals to help them afford basic needs and improve their quality of life, which means that the government provides cash aid directly to people who earn a low income. These people who may struggle to pay for everyday necessities like food, rent, transportation, and school expenses. For example, a family earning below 3,000 ringgit per month might receive BRIM assistance to help them buy groceries or pay for utility bills. The program aimed to promote social welfare by enhancing access to healthcare, education, and overall personal development. BRIM was not just about giving money, but also about helping people live better life in the long term. With the financial aid, family could afford medical checkup, buy school items for their children, and do lots of other things. This opportunity helped them improve their health, education level, and self-confidence, leading to better chances for a brighter future. Next, we are focusing on the second strategy, economic initiative on house ownership for youth. The government introduced affordable housing policies through PRIMA and PPR to help M40 and B40 group to own a house. PRIMA and PPR are two housing policies programs introduced under the One Malaysia policies. These programs were created because many people, especially the youth and families in the B40 and M40 groups, cannot afford to buy a house in the private market due to high property prices. The government makes it easier for middle income and low income groups to afford their own house. PRIMA provides quality homes at affordable prices for middle income earners, targeting Malaysian aged 21 and above. PRIMA, which stands for Perumahan Rakyat Satu Malaysia, was set up to offer houses priced between 100,000 to 400,000 ringgit Malaysia. These houses are specially built for people in the M40 group who may earn too much to qualify for low income aid but still struggle to afford private property prices. It helps youth aged 21 and above who are planning to settle down or start a family. The PPR program supports low-income youth and family by offering rental and ownership housing options at low prices. For those in the B40 group, especially young individuals or family earning under 3,000 per month, the People Housing Program or PPR offer houses to rent or buy at low prices. For example, rental can be as low as 124 per month, while ownership prices can go as low as 35,000 ringgit. This gives a big opportunities for youth who otherwise may never be able to afford their own house. Next, formation strategy. The third strategy is formation of neighborhood council, rukun tetangga, in fostering social cohesion among multi-ethnic communities. The neighborhood council was formed to promote unity and safety among multi-ethnic communities under the Department of National Unity and National Integration. This means that government created a special community group called the Neighborhood Council or Rukun Tetangga to help bring people from different races and backgrounds together. It works under the Ministry of Unity to ensure everyone in the community feels safe, respected, and united. The voluntary patrol scheme was introduced to reduce crime and enhance community safety through active public participation. This is a program where local residents volunteer to patrol their areas. It helps reduce crime like theft or vandalism. But more than that, it gets everyone involved in taking care of their neighborhood, no matter what their race or religion is. The neighborhood council encourage active involvement of all ethnic groups and in community programs to promote social cohesion. This means that the council organize activities like gotong royong, sport, or festival celebration where Malaysians of all backgrounds can join in together. These activities help build understanding, respect, and harmony, just like what the One Malaysia policy aims for.
Let's begin with the strengths. The One Malaysia policy focused on promoting national unity by encouraging shared values and mutual respect across ethnic groups. It introduced programs such as Clinic One Malaysia and Kedai Rakyat One Malaysia, which aim to provide affordable healthcare and goods for low-income Malaysians. The policy also sought to improve the quality of public service delivery, reduce bureaucratic inefficiencies, and increase government transparency. All of these efforts were meant to build a more inclusive administration and also to restore public trust in institutions. Despite these strengths, the policy had several weaknesses. One of the biggest criticism was the lack of clear implementation strategies and measurable results. Many saw the campaign as mostly symbolic with limited impact on reducing ethnic inequality or reforming affirmative action. Some policies were viewed as politically biased, favoring certain groups, which damaged the policy's credibility. Furthermore, there were no proper systems in place to track the success of programs like Clinic One Malaysia and also CRIM. Without solid data, it was hard to determine whether the policy actually improved unity. Next, let's look at the opportunities. Education was a key area where the policy could have made a stronger impact. If the One Malaysia concept had been included in school lessons, it could have helped young Malaysians grow up with a deeper understanding of unity and diversity. Another missed opportunity was youth involvement. By including young people in national programs and also decision-making processes, the policy could have built a stronger connection between the youth and the idea of One Malaysia. Youth programs and community service could have strengthened national pride and belonging. Finally, the policy faced some serious threats. Political polarization during the time when Malaysia was introduced created a divided environment, making it hard for political parties to work together. As a result, many people viewed One Malaysia as a political tool to gain support rather than a sincere effort to promote unity. The situation worsened with the 1MDB corruption scandal under the Prime Minister Najib Razak. This scandal attracted international attention and also raised doubts about the government's integrity. Public trust in the One Malaysia brand and leadership was greatly damaged. In conclusion, the One Malaysia policy successfully promoted national unity and also reduced racial tensions through community programs and economic support initiatives like SLIM, BRIM, and PRIMA. It also improved public service delivery and governance through the Government Transformation Program. However, the policy faced major challenges including high implementation costs, inefficiency, and also the 1MDB scandal, which affected public trust. This experience highlights the importance of transparency, careful planning, and accountability in shaping future national programs.